Have you ever felt a subtle shift within yourself that you couldn't quite explain? A sense that there's more to life than what you've been experiencing? If so, you might be starting to recognize the signs of spiritual ascension. This process of personal growth and expanded awareness can be both exciting and challenging, but understanding what to look for can help you navigate the journey with greater ease and clarity. At its core, spiritual ascension is about raising your consciousness and connecting with a higher level of existence. It's a gradual process of shedding old patterns, beliefs, and limitations, and awakening to a more authentic and enlightened way of being. This isn't about following a specific religion or doctrine, but rather about listening to your own inner wisdom and letting it guide you forward. As you begin to ascend spiritually, you may notice certain changes in your perception and experience of life. These signs can be subtle at first, but over time they tend to become more pronounced and undeniable. By learning to recognize and honor these shifts, you can more fully engage with your own growth process and trust in the unfolding of your unique path. One of the most common signs of spiritual ascension is a heightened sense of intuition. You may find that you suddenly have strong gut feelings about certain situations or people, even if you can't logically explain why. Your inner voice might become louder and clearer, guiding you to make choices that align with your highest good. This enhanced intuition can manifest in many ways. You might have vivid dreams that offer insight into your waking life, or experience sudden flashes of knowing about something before it happens. You may also find yourself picking up on the emotions and energy of others more easily, even if they haven't expressed anything verbally. As you learn to trust and act on your intuition, you'll likely find that it leads you to opportunities and experiences that support your growth and fulfillment. It can take practice to discern between intuition and fear or ego-based thoughts, but over time, you'll develop a clearer sense of which inner promptings are truly guiding you in a positive direction. Another sign that often accompanies spiritual ascension is a noticeable increase in synchronicity. Synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences that seem too significant to be mere chance. For example, you might think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, only to have them call you out of the blue that same day. Or you might stumble upon a book or resource that perfectly addresses a question or challenge you've been grappling with. These synchronicities can feel like little winks from the universe, reminding you that you're on the right track and that there's a greater intelligence at work in your life. They can also serve as guideposts, pointing you in the direction of your next steps or confirming that you're making choices aligned with your truth. As you ascend spiritually, you may find that synchronicities happen more and more frequently. It's important to stay open and attentive to these occurrences, even if their meaning isn't immediately clear. By trusting that they're happening for a reason and looking for the lessons or opportunities they may be presenting, you can more fully appreciate the magic and mystery of life. Spiritual ascension often involves a significant shift in the way you view yourself, others, and the world around you. As you start to see through the illusions and conditioning that have shaped your reality, you may find yourself questioning long-held beliefs and assumptions. This can be both liberating and unsettling. On one hand, it's freeing to let go of limiting ideas and step into a more expansive understanding of what's possible. On the other hand, it can be challenging to release familiar ways of thinking and being, even if they no longer serve you. As your perspective shifts, you may find yourself becoming more open-minded and less attached to being right. You may become more willing to consider alternative viewpoints and ideas, even if they differ from your own. You might also notice a growing sense of connection and unity with all of life, recognizing that everyone and everything is interconnected at a deep level. These shifts in perspective can lead to profound changes in your relationships, career, and overall approach to life. It's important to be gentle with yourself as you navigate these changes, remembering that growth often involves some discomfort and uncertainty. By staying curious and committed to your own evolution, you can gradually align your life with your deepest truth and purpose. As you ascend spiritually, you may find your capacity for empathy and compassion expanding in beautiful ways. You might notice that you're more attuned to the feelings and needs of others, even if they haven't expressed them directly. You may feel a stronger desire to be of service and to make a positive difference in the world. This enhanced empathy can manifest in many forms. You might find yourself offering a listening ear or supportive presence to someone who's struggling, even if you don't have a close relationship with them. You may feel called to volunteer for causes that resonate with your heart, or to speak up against injustice and inequality when you witness it. At the same time, spiritual ascension often involves learning to extend this compassion to yourself as well. As you become more aware of your own wounds and shadows, it's important to offer yourself the same kindness and understanding that you would extend to others. This self-compassion is key to healing and wholeness, and it allows you to show up in the world with greater authenticity and grace. As you cultivate empathy and compassion, both for yourself and others, you may find that your relationships become more meaningful and fulfilling. You may attract people into your life who share your values and support your growth, and you may find it easier to let go of connections that no longer align with your highest good. By leading with an open heart and a commitment to understanding, you can create a ripple effect of love and healing that extends far beyond yourself. Another common sign of spiritual ascension is a growing desire for solitude and introspection. You may find yourself craving more time alone, away from the noise and distractions of daily life. This isn't necessarily about avoiding people or responsibilities, but rather about creating space for quiet reflection and self-discovery. In these moments of solitude, you might engage in practices like meditation, journaling, or simply being present with your own thoughts and feelings. You may find that insights and revelations come more easily in these quiet spaces, as you're able to tune into your inner wisdom without the influence of external voices or expectations. This desire for solitude can be challenging to navigate, especially if you have a busy lifestyle or many demands on your time. It's important to find ways to carve out even small pockets of quiet amidst the busyness, whether it's a few minutes of deep breathing each morning or a solo walk in nature on the weekends. As you make space for introspection, you may find that you're able to process emotions and experiences with greater clarity and depth. You might gain new insights into patterns or beliefs that have been holding you back and start to see new possibilities for your life. By honoring your need for solitude and self-reflection, you can cultivate a deeper relationship with yourself and your own inner guidance. For many people, spiritual ascension brings a renewed appreciation for the natural world. You may find yourself drawn to spend more time outdoors, whether it's taking walks in the park, gardening, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation of a beautiful view. This connection to nature can be incredibly grounding and nourishing, reminding you of the inherent beauty and wisdom of the earth. You might notice that you feel more at peace and centered when you're surrounded by green spaces, fresh air, and natural light. As you deepen your relationship with nature, you may also become more attuned to the rhythms and cycles of the earth. You might notice how your own energy and moods shift with the changing seasons, or feel a stronger sense of kinship with the plants and animals around you. This connection to nature can also inspire a greater sense of environmental responsibility and stewardship. As you recognize the sacredness of the earth and all its inhabitants, you may feel called to make more sustainable and compassionate choices in your own life. Whether it's through spending time outdoors, bringing natural elements into your home, or advocating for environmental causes, honoring your connection to nature can be a powerful way to support your spiritual growth and contribute to the healing of the planet. As your energy begins to shift and expand through spiritual ascension, you may notice certain physical sensations that you can't easily explain. These can vary from person to person, but some common experiences include tingling, vibrating, or pulsing sensations in the body, particularly in the crown of the head, third eye, or heart center. You might also notice sudden changes in temperature, such as feeling unexpectedly hot or cold, or sensing a rush of energy moving through your body. Some people report feeling pressure or pain in certain areas, particularly as blocked or stagnant energy starts to release and flow more freely. It's important to remember that these physical sensations are a normal part of the ascension process and not typically cause for alarm. However, if you're experiencing persistent or severe symptoms, it's always a good idea to check in with a healthcare professional to rule out any underlying medical issues. As you become more attuned to your body's energy and sensations, you may find that you're able to use them as a kind of feedback system. For example, you might notice that certain people, places, or activities consistently leave you feeling drained or unsettled, while others fill you with a sense of vitality and joy. By honoring these sensations and making choices that support your energetic well-being, you can create a positive feedback loop that enhances your overall growth and healing. One of the most profound and challenging aspects of spiritual ascension is the process of letting go of the past. As you begin to see yourself and your life through a new lens, you may recognize how certain patterns, beliefs, and traumas have been holding you back from your fullest potential. This letting go can take many forms. It might involve forgiving someone who has hurt you, or offering forgiveness to yourself for choices you've made in the past. It may mean releasing attachments to old identities or roles that no longer serve you, or letting go of possessions and relationships that are weighing you down. This process of release can be uncomfortable and even painful at times. It's not easy to confront the wounds and shadows that we've been carrying, often for many years or even lifetimes. It takes courage and compassion to look honestly at what's been holding us back and to take steps to heal and transform. However, as challenging as this letting go can be, it's also incredibly liberating. As you start to shed the layers of conditioning and limitation that have obscured your true self, you may feel a sense of lightness and freedom that you've never known before. You might discover new reserves of creativity, joy, and resilience that had been buried beneath the weight of the past. It's important to remember that letting go is a process, not a one-time event. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to keep showing up for yourself, even when things feel difficult. By staying committed to your own healing and growth, and surrounding yourself with supportive people and practices, you can gradually release the past and step into a brighter, more authentic future. As you ascend spiritually, you may find that your sense of purpose and direction becomes clearer and more compelling. You might feel a growing desire to align your life with your deepest values and passions, and to use your unique gifts and talents to make a positive impact on the world. This sense of purpose can take many different forms depending on your individual path and calling. For some people, it may involve pursuing a new career or creative project that allows them to express their soul's mission more fully. For others, it might mean dedicating themselves to a cause or service that resonates with their heart, such as volunteering, activism, or healing work. As you start to clarify your purpose, you may notice synchronicities and opportunities arising that support your path. You might meet people who share your vision and values, or discover resources and teachings that help you develop your skills and knowledge in key areas. At the same time, following your purpose often requires a willingness to step outside your comfort zone and take risks. It may mean letting go of security or stability in favor of pursuing your true calling or facing fears and doubts that have held you back in the past. It's important to trust the unfolding of your journey, even if the path ahead isn't always clear. By staying connected to your inner guidance and taking consistent steps in the direction of your dreams, you can gradually align your life with your deepest purpose and create a meaningful impact in the world. Spiritual ascension is a profound and transformative process that touches every aspect of our being. As we wake up to our true nature and potential, we may notice signs and shifts in our intuition, perspective, relationships, and sense of purpose. While this journey can be challenging at times, it's also incredibly rewarding. As we learn to trust our own wisdom, release limiting patterns and beliefs, and align our lives with our deepest truth, we open ourselves up to greater joy, freedom, and fulfillment than we ever thought possible. It's important to remember that spiritual ascension is a highly personal and individual process. There's no one-size-fits-all path or timeline, and what resonates for one person may not be relevant for another. The key is to stay true to your own unique journey, honoring your own needs and rhythms along the way. If you're starting to recognize the signs of spiritual ascension in your own life, know that you're not alone. There are many others on this path, each navigating their own process of growth and transformation. By connecting with supportive communities and resources and staying committed to your own healing and evolution, you can find the guidance and encouragement you need to keep moving forward. As you continue on this journey, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Every challenge and opportunity is an invitation to grow, to heal, and to step more fully into your authentic power and purpose. By staying open, curious, and compassionate with yourself and others, you can create a life that truly reflects your highest potential and serves the greater good of all.